in a nasty turn of events in the Georgia governor's race. Remember, I talked to y'all a couple weeks ago about how Stacy Abrams is going up against Brian Kemp, and it's about to be tough for her because of the amount of Republican voters that have showed up in the primaries, and it kind of indicates the sheer amount that will show up in the general election, and how we all need to come together if we want Stacy Abrams to win it, even though she had way more votes in this primary election than she did in the last one. Well, now she decided to come out and completely disrespect black male voters in Georgia. I really don't understand the angle here. I don't know if she thinks this is like some type of reverse psychology tactic where she'll blame black men ahead of time and then maybe that'll make us get fired up to go vote for her or something like that. The only problem with that is, Stacey Abrams, ma'am, we were already voting for you in very extremely high numbers. She's saying, this is the article. This is a Yahoo News article. The headline is Stacy Abrams. If black men vote for me, I will win Georgia. The reason that's disrespectful is because when you make a statement like that, if black men vote for me, I'll win Georgia, it also means if I lose Georgia, it's because black men didn't vote for me. And it's very strange that you would put the election on the backs of black men when in the last election you said you lost because Brian Kemp cheated and purged a bunch of voters that were registered. If that was the reason you lost before because of the lack of people who are eligible to vote, then why is it now because of black men that you will win or not win? It doesn't make sense. If you do win, we wouldn't take credit for it because we don't have the numbers that can push you to a win over the amount of Republicans that are in the state. Black men would never try to take credit for that because we know we're a small number of voters compared to other groups in the state. So then why do you come out months before your election and say something like this, and then to make it seem like us voting for you at 88% in the last election was a small number? She said only 80%. Well, this is the statement is. The statement is here. Abrams has 90% of the black female vote, but just 80% of the black male vote, with another 10% undecided. How do you say just 80%? And I want to put this for everybody, Stacey Abrams included, if you get a chance to watch this. Can you show me another group besides black women that are voting for you at 80%? Can they show me another group besides black women or black men that vote for anybody at 80%? Even white people don't vote for Brian Kemp at 80%. White women don't, white men don't. Asian people don't vote for Brian Kemp or Stacey Abrams at 80%. Asian women don't, Asian men don't. Latino and Hispanic voters don't vote for Stacey Abrams or Brian Kemp at 80%. Latino men don't, Latino women don't. So I'm trying to understand how 80 is a just or only number to you or to whoever wrote this article. 80% black male voters is an extremely high number, right? It's disrespectful to us. And honestly, that statement is not going to make more black men vote for you. It's going to make less black men vote for you because now you have disrespected people. People were going to vote because you or Kemp, Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams, neither of them have really any black agenda. They don't really have anything for us. The only reason that we would be voting is so that for representation, symbology, honestly. We would be voting for you because you're a black person. We would rather see you in the office as in a historic victory than Brian Kemp. That's the only reason. You don't have anything for us. Not for us specifically anyway. So you don't come out and say if white women vote for me or if women of all colors vote for me, I'll win, because that's more factual than the black men statement. There's more women of all colors in this state that vote than there are black men in this state that vote. But you didn't say that. You didn't target any other group. You targeted us. You know why? Because politically, we're an easy target because there's a lot of people that'll get on that bandwagon. It's completely false. It's a terrible thing to say. And in 2018, 88% of black men voted for Stacey Abrams. Right? Only group that voted for you more than we did is black women at 97%, which is extremely generous because you don't have an agenda for black women either. That's extremely generous because you don't have an agenda specifically for black women or black men. So the fact that you're getting around 90% or you're getting 92% of the total black vote is a little bit crazy because we don't even get anything out of this except symbology. We get to see you and you look like us. That's really the only thing we get out of it, unless you plan to win and pull a switcheroo and change the whole plan up. But black people, this is the thing that Democrats and black Democrats, y'all have to notice. Black voters don't owe you any vote because there's black Republicans running too. Do we owe them our vote? Because y'all never use this type of rhetoric when it comes to the symbolic nature of a black Republican winning any offices. Why is it only good representation if a black Democrat wins? Why is it only a bad thing? Why is it black people's fault when y'all lose elections when black people are the minority in every single election? And I don't mean minority like, you know, how we use the word minority to mean everybody that's not white. I mean minority meaning we are a very small percentage of total voters. Very small percentage. Black men probably what? 5 to 7% of the voters in Georgia? Maybe a little bit more. Maybe we might be 10% of the total voters in Georgia, eligible voters in Georgia. So how can an election be put on us? Especially if we show up for you in around 90%, I mean, you're just being crazy. You're just being crazy. You know, whether you win or lose, it won't be on us. Black people will show up to vote for you the same way black people, black men and women included, have showed up for you in other elections. If you lose, it's on you, not us.